Yo, 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 you already know who it is. It's the last Snow. You'll call me Snow for short. Welcome back to my channel, and we are here again with another deck profile for Dragon Ball Fusion World. Hopefully you guys are enjoying my deck profiles. I do deck profiles of the decks that I actually play, and hopefully you guys actually enjoy it. On this deck profile, we're actually bringing back my favorite leader. Is on the mat, and it's the leader that I'm trying to come back into the meta because I feel like he's actually blends into the meta to be one of the top decks into the meta. We just got to make the deck as balanced as possible to compete with each color, and we're going to take it down like this. It's actually talking about Bardock, leader, and you have the energy marker. Definitely one of the great leaders in black. The 25k swing boost is definitely good as well, depending on the matchups. Burn 10k combos left to right off your opponent's hands. That's one of the reasons why I like this deck. This leader itself. So we're gonna top it off with 15k swing when attacking, draw one card, and standard activate main or battle when your life is at 4 or less. You draw one card and then you awaken. We already know that. That's a standard awakening skill. And then on the awaken side, 20k swing when attacking, draw one card, then this card gets 5,000 power, 5,000 power for the battle. So this goes up to 25k swing to lead is definitely good because your opponent is gonna have to combo out with a 10k combo, or if you're swinging for body, that's a standard 25k swing, because that's what a lot of decks are actually running right now, is 25k swing on bodies. So it's definitely good. And then activate battle, your turn and only once per turn. Look at the top card of your deck and use up to one battle card with Bardock's crew and his special traits in the combo. Place the rest at the bottom. Place the rest at the top or the bottom of its owner's deck. So we're not playing much of the Bardock's crew cards, but it's actually good that you get to scribe the top card to see what's your next card. Either keep it at the top of the deck or put it at the bottom, depending on the situation that you're in. But at least you know what is your next card that's coming up, so you can actually use it to charge, keep the hand that you have, or maybe a card that you need, and now you know that is actually coming next for the next turn or the next draw for the turn or whatever it is. But at least you know what is the next card. So 25k swing power boost is definitely good. Is one of the big swings as a leader. So Bardock is definitely going to be strong. And this is how I built my deck list. We're going to put this to the side. All right. We're going to start off with 2. And we are bringing this card back into the deck. And it's because you want to manipulate the energy marker as much as possible in this game, in the matchups, and especially that Bardock does not have what Gogeta has with the energy marker manipulation. You definitely want to start running some energy marker manipulation cards. So I'm playing 2 of the Kakarot's. You already know what Kakarot is. It's a 1-drop 5k combo, 2 attack. On play, place 1 card from your hand to the top or bottom of your deck. If you don't have an energy marker, you place 1 energy marker. The reason why we're back up playing this card, because now the meta, when you're facing a matchup that's not black, they're not going to give you the energy marker, and you want to get the energy marker as soon as possible so you can start summoning your big bodies faster than your opponent. So that's one of the reasons why. And another thing is just in case if your opponent does know what Bardock actually carries, they might give you the energy marker, they might not. But let's just say like late game, you have the 4-drop Goku on the board and you need to burn the energy marker, but you don't have nothing in your hand to burn it. You actually could summon this card, burn the energy marker, then you get back the energy marker, and if you have the Trunks on the board, you still got the protection and you get to draw at the end of the turn. So that's another way to actually use Kakarot as well. So it's not going to be just like before that you already have the energy marker, you could just charge it. You don't want to charge the Kakarot because he's going to be really handy late game, depending on what cards you have on the board, and if you have a Trunks on the board or you have a big body on the board and you want to protect it, Kakarot will do you the favor to actually get your energy marker, and then you can summon the Trunks if you don't have a Trunks on the board, and now your whole board is actually protected. Next up, we're playing 4 of the Fashas. Here is a standard cantrip, 1 drop, 5k attack, 5k combo. Nothing out of the ordinary. The only thing is it's a Bardock crew, so even if you try to scribe the top of your deck while swinging with Bardock or any battle card on the field, and this pops up, you can actually use it as a combo card because it's part of the Bardock crew traits. So it's definitely good, and you definitely want to have cantrips to build up your hand. Bardock is definitely good at that, building up hand with cantrips, and then with his swings, awaken or not awaken. So comboing super heavy is the key for this deck. Next up, we're playing 2 extra cantrips. Son Goku Childhood. The only reason why I had it at 7, I had to cut it down to 6. 7 would have been better, but I put it down to 6 because I needed to add something else into the deck. You guys will see what it is later on, but I definitely needed to add something else into the deck to make sure that the deck is actually balanced to answer most of the matchups. So like that, Bardock does not fall behind, and it's not an automatic loss when playing against certain matchups. So 6 cantrips is definitely good for the deck. 7 would have been better. But like I said, I want to keep my deck at 52. This deck is at 52. But I could actually play 52 cards because he actually draws a lot. A lot of people will play it at 50, which is fine as well. 53 will be good, but I feel like 52 should be better. Next up, we're playing 4 of the Hercules. Had to bring this back to 4. I had it at 3, but I brought it back to 4 because you really want to recycle some of these cards that you have. That's 1 cost. You have the Kakarots that you want to bring back just in case if you need an energy marker. You have the cantrips just in case if you want to draw to maximize combo power. You have the Chi-Chis that's going to be as well in this deck. That to recycle as well. You have your extra cards like the Ultimate Sparky on the 10-time Kamehameha to actually recycle as well to, blow up board and defend yourself to lock and everything else. So Hercule definitely had to be back at 4. And this is one of the reasons why I brought back Kakarot into the deck, because Hercule needs to get used as much as possible. Last but not least, with the 1 drops, I have 4 of the Chi-Chis. Chi-Chi Childhood, 1 drop, 5k attack, 10k combo, on play self-awaken. Auto, when this card is used in a combo from the battle area, use up to 1 battle card in a combo from your drop. So depending what you have in your drop area, you could definitely bring it back with the Chi-Chi combo. Apply as much pressure as you can, and it's a self-awakener. So early game, you can actually use this to try to awaken, because people's going to be afraid to awaken Bardock because they know what Bardock could do. Once it's awakened, those 25k swings is not something to play with, and people will avoid to awaken you. Now going to the 2 drops, and this is a card that definitely had to come back to the deck at 4 because the meta changed so much. And especially with the manga set, kind of boosted up some leaders. So this card had to come back at 4. And I'm playing 4 of the Pans. Pan definitely has to be at 4. That's the reason why I'm playing the Kakarot. If I could change it, maybe take out the 2 cantrips and max out the Kakarots, I'll definitely do that as well. If you guys think that's a better option, just let me know in the comments below. But Pan is definitely a card that you want to have back at 4 because it gets a bounce back bodies off the board. So like if you're playing a mirror match, bounce back those 4 drops or anything else that they have on the board. If you're playing against yellow, especially with the 4 drop boost that everybody's afraid of, that on play or when it's KO'd, it rests everything on the board. Instead of being KO'd, you can bounce it back and just continue bouncing it back and bouncing it back. Try to apply as much pressure as you can to remove it off the board, so that like that you are good to go to apply as much pressure as you can to your opponent. So this is definitely good, and it's a self-awakener, and it could be summoned easily on a 2 cost. Sneak in 20 to probably 25 to 30k swing, depending what you're trying to do. So Pandas definitely has to be back at 4. Next up, we're playing 3 of the Trunks GT. Definitely had to put it at 3. 4 was a little bit excessive. But 4 would have been not that bad either. But got it at 3 because I had to plug in, some other cards into the deck to balance everything out. Trunks, Self Awakening, give you protection, putting back the Kakarot, and other cards that actually gives you energy marker. So now you're protecting the board. So definitely good. So people have to address the Trunks first before addressing your board, and that's definitely good to have as well. So we're looking good. We're looking good with the Self Awakening. There's 4 Chi-Chis, 4 Pans, 3 of the Trunks, all Self Awakeners. I actually added this. That's why I'm not maxing at 4 of some cards because I wanted to add this back into the deck, which is a Bardock 3 cost 20k swing 5k combo. It's a dual swinger, depending if you actually combo with a card with this battle card, so it can restand and you get to draw a card. So basically you didn't lose anything in that play because you could combo with a 0 combo if you want, and then you could draw the top card of your deck, and it could probably be a card that has combo power. So that's definitely good as well. Getting 2 swings for the price of 1 is definitely not that bad. Applying pressure, like let's just say if you're playing against yellow, the Boo is a 30k blocker because they're gonna do the bobbity to the Boo, so it could be a blocker. And if it's KO'd, it's gonna be to the point that it's KO'd, everything gets rested. But this is gonna be swinging under the radar because actually a 20k swing, going up to 25 most likely. Still can KO the Boo, so that's definitely good because now you can actually swing twice with it. Is either your opponent wants to block it or not, but you're applying a lot of pressure. Next up, we're playing 4 of the Son Goku GT, 3 drop, 25k swing, 5k combo. Another Self Awakener card. And the good thing about it that this gives you energy marker, so it basically gives you a curve. Just in case if you don't have the energy marker at the start of the game, you have the Kakarot that gives you the curve. And if you don't have the Kakarot on hand, you could definitely do the 3 drop to give you the energy marker. So now you're back on track to be on the curve, same time as your opponent. So it's definitely good. Another reason why you want to play this card because it gives you energy marker. Your Trunks is already on board, or maybe you can play the Trunks. Now you have protection on the board, or give you the energy marker, summon the pan swings, activate the secondary effect that if you use your energy marker, you bounce back a card from the 4 or less from your opponent's side of the field, and you get to draw a card. That's another thing that I forgot to tell you guys, that Pan draws a card either whether it is an energy marker that's using or non-energy marker. But if it's an energy marker, she gets a bounce back, a 4 drop or less off the board to the opponent's hands. So this is the card that needed to be in the deck because of the meta. The meta has changed quite so much. It's not just top 2 leaders anymore. Now you actually have multiples, and I needed to put this at 2 at least to see how it works, and I feel like 2 should be fine, which is the 4 drop Frieza, 25k swing, 5k combo. When attacking, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with a cost of 3 or less and Saiyan in his special trace and KO it. Then if you have an energy marker, choose up to 1 field in your opponent's battle area and place it into your owner's drop. Reason why I want to play this, there's a lot of decks that's actually playing field cards. Android 17, people still uses the Dr. Jiro's lab. You have Jiren uses Tournament of Power. You have Android 18 that uses the field card that can actually swing bodies that's not only rested. And then you have Green Vegeta that uses his field card as well to manipulate the energy markers. Energy, putting it back to your hand or whatever the situation is with that. And I don't recall the full effect of that field card, but it does make the game change a lot. So definitely want to use this. And 3 drop Saiyan, this works perfectly going against Green Vegeta because all the bodies is actually going to be Saiyan. So swinging, you pop the 3 costs off the board, so now you start to slow down your opponent's field. So field gets popped, 3 cards gets popped, so now you're back on track. Next up, we're playing 4 of the 4-drop Son Goku GT, 4-drop 30k swing 0 combo, 1 attacking once per turn. You already know if you don't have an energy marker, you get an energy marker, and at the end of the turn, if you burn the energy marker at the turn that this was summoned, you get to draw a card. So this is the bread and butter to the deck. You want to make sure that this card stays alive. That's why we added more cards that actually gives you an energy marker, so that way you can summon the Trunks to protect everything on the board, especially this. Next up, we're playing 2 of the Great Apes. 4-drop 30k swing 0 combo. On play, play up to 1 battle card with the cost of 2 or less from your hand. Your key to this is actually the Trunks, but just in case if you want to summon more bodies, I will summon the Pan as well. If you have an energy marker, swing with the Pan first, activate the energy marker to bounce back a card. Then when you swing with this, you can take a 3-cost or less battle card from the field, not just on your opponent's side, because you do it on your side too, but you're gonna use it mostly on your opponent's side. So that's 2 bodies off the board simply for one summon because of the Great Ape. Definitely a good card to have. Next up, I'm playing 3 of the Glorios. I had it at 4, but like I said, I had to cut down on certain cards to add the Freezers. Definitely Freezer was, and the Kakarots. So definitely wanted to address that. I'm only playing 3 because, like I said, a lot of people's not. You'll have certain situations that they're gonna make you get the energy marker, or you're not gonna get the energy marker. They get the energy marker, or most of the time they'll take the energy marker and burn it as soon as possible, so that you don't have to summon the Glorio and draw a card. So that will be the upset as well. That's why I don't have this. I maxed out. 3 should be fine. 25k swing, applying pressure. Maybe Scribe with the leader effect, and maybe you hit a 5k combo Bardock crew, so he's swinging for 30. That's not that bad. Also, if any of us has an energy marker, you can summon the Great Ape, summon this, and then you have a 30k swing that can remove a 3 cost or less off the board, and then you have a 25k swing. Depending if your opponent has the energy marker, then I get to draw. If I have the energy marker, then it's just an easy 2 cost that comes to the board. Next up, we have 3 of the Gojitas. This is the Game Changer in black. 6 cost, 40k swing, 0 combo. Anything while this card is on the board, nothing, and I mean nothing from battle cards, from energies, anything that has to do with restanding is on smash. Lockdown can't do it as long as this Gogeta is on the board. At the same time, gets to remove a body off the board, not KO, but remove a body off the board, and you get an energy marker. So you have another card on the deck that gives you an energy marker. So Trunks has so many protection to use. The Gloria could be summoned easier because I have an energy marker. The Freezer, if you have it on board, you get to summon that. You have the energy marker, that means you get to pop a field off the battlefield. So that's definitely good as well. We have 4 of the super combos. Standard, nothing out of the ordinary. Every deck should have 4 of the super combos. Then we playing 2 of the 10-time Kamehameha. Definitely a card you want to use. I had it at 3, but since I maxed out with the Hercules, I feel like I don't really need much of those. I have so many removals in the deck for 3 costs or less. I just wanted to keep this at 2. Definitely good. You could pop a 2 or less without the energy marker, but with the energy marker, you get to pop 2 bodies off the board, 3 costs or less. So that's definitely good. Then we're playing the Ultimate Sparking. You already know, the best extra card in black. I keep saying it. It's a 1 cost. Only on your opponent's battle turn. You get to burn an energy marker, combo 20k, and then you get to lock a body on the board and they can't swing with it for the turn. So that's definitely the goal to it. So that's why I'm playing a lot of cards that gives you energy marker. So that's the reason why I actually use this. Last but not least, and a lot of people is going to look at it like, why are you playing that? You have to play it because you're going to get in a situation that you need to remove certain cards off the board. And if you have the energy marker, is the go-to. There's a reason why I actually put so many cards that gives you energy marker. And this is one of Soul Punisher. Soul Punisher is definitely a good card to have at the Bardock. because you could get to pop a card off the field. But if you have the energy marker, you get to pop off 2 cards off the field. It can't be rested. There's no restrictions on it about resting or non-tapped or certain level. It just pops 2 bodies off the board. So that's definitely good as well. Another removal off the deck. And it's a sleeper card. People's not going to think that you have it, but I feel like you need it. You definitely need this card. Because if you have a good board, don't summon another body. Just make sure that you keep your hand and try to just blow up their board and just continue applying pressure to your opponent. You're going to get the hand size. Bardock gives you the hand size. Bardock is going to make your opponent burn cards out their hand because he's swinging for 25k swing. Always remember that. So that's why I'm adding this card. So that's my deck profile. It's a 52 card deck. I had it at 53. Had to cut it down to 52. But I think at 52 should be fine because Bardock draws a lot. But a lot of cards. So if you guys like the deck profile, just like, share, subscribe to my channel, comment below what you think I should change or what you are playing. And then, yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys on the next deck profile or any video that I'm actually posting up. And yeah, thank you for tuning in. And I'll see you guys on the next one.